continued to attack inside with Holloway and Buckner, and Noel just would not allow the ball to go in the basket.
Incredible performance by Nerlens Noel, Gupper and the gang here in our little Primax home on the prairie. We've come literally inside to do the show this week from Primax True Home Value. We're going to tell you how you can win $25,000 later on the show, but we're going to start out talking about our word of the week. And guys, my word of the week this week is bow tie, because Willie Cauley-Stein is wearing a bow tie on the road at Ole Miss, and Kentucky still gets their biggest win of the week. Howie, what's your word of the week?
I would say home sweet home.
Okay.
Louisville finally returned home from that road trip and got a win over Pittsburgh, and then they'll stay home sweet home for the whiteout game against Marquette.
And Darryl Bird of the Cat's Balls, your word of the week is?
Mine's easy. Duplicate. Duplicate. Do not beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss and then lose to Texas A&M, because you've lost all that ground and you're right back where you started.
Another word for that would be validate,
yes.
As we use in the golf business. Hey, I got to tell you about the opportunity you've got here at PrimaxTHC.com. You got a chance to win $25,000. Let me tell you how this works. If you go to their website, THV.com, and sign up, you can register to win $25,000, $15,000 of home improvements, plus 10 grand in cash to spend any way you want. But you have to go to their website right now, and you can even win. Grant, would you hand me the certificate? Look at this. If you call right now, you're registered to win a $1,000 gift certificate from PrimaxTrueHomeValue.com. Go to the website right now, a chance to win $1,000 now and $25,000 later on. All right, let's get right into it. It's time for the lightning round on the Red and Blue Review. The lightning round on the Red and Blue Review is brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you that one text or call could wreck it all. Well, you've heard about it before. The big man on campus has to be Nerlens Noel. 0 points, 12 blocks.
An incredible defensive presence, which we all knew prior to tonight. And as our guys found a way to fight back in the game, and the way everybody's guarding Marshall, it's no secret they're going to just switch and extend on all that screening action, so you have to play behind it. We finally realized that and got the ball where we wanted it with our two seniors right at the block, and Nerlens would not allow the ball to go in the basket. And
Believe it or not, we have all 12 blocks here for your viewing pleasure, so you don't have to look at my ugly face. Just watch the magic that was Nerlens Noel. Not only 12 blocks, the old school record was 9. He annihilated it, and 4 of the 12 came after he had picked up 4 fouls when Ole Miss made the huge rally. UK was in serious, serious trouble. They were losing that game. And Cal had no choice after 2 trips, 2 made baskets. He had to put him back in with 4 fouls. Not only did he not foul out, he made 4 blocks, and one of them, we'll see coming up later, was an absolute monster jam against one of Ole Miss's best players, a power move that more times than not, right there,
yep,
that will get called as a foul, but you look at the replay, and they showed it several times, there was no foul there, just tremendous performance. The only sad thing about it, we're only going to get to see it a couple more months.
Yep.
Because he just soared up the old NBA draft chart with that night.
Darryl, when he was being recruited, everybody said he's a better shot blocker than Anthony Davis. Is he? He's a different shot blocker.
He's a different kind of shot blocker, but yeah, you're right. I heard that a whole lot. He's a better blocker at this point. And we're like, oh, come on. No, at this stage he is. He might end up being a better shot blocker before all is said and done, but yeah, they're a little different in how they do it. Anthony had the ability to go out and block that three-point attempt. We haven't seen a lot of that from Nerlens yet.
Big man on campus for the University of Louisville is Peyton Siva. 10 assists and the key to managing to get through that Pitt pressure defense.
I thought he was a major key in the game. Major key. They couldn't turn us over because of that young man. He was a floor leader the whole way.
When I play tentative, that's when I usually get in foul trouble. But I try to go out there and play hard and continue to contain my man and play good defense. I still did some of the same things. I took charges. I got a couple steals, and that's my job.
If you look at his offensive numbers, they were not that good. I mean, and really going into the press conference, I thought, oh, boy, Peyton Siva did not have a good game. And then you look at the rest of his stat line, the 10 assists, and he had several steals, and he handled that pressure extremely well. And Rick Pitino said he was the absolute key to that win and the key to Louisville getting off that slide.
What was your takeaway from considering that he missed the game-winning shot just the game before this and plays a very solid game when they had to win to snap that 3-game losing streak? Give me your takeaway from that.
Yeah, it's maturity. I mean, if we're talking about who's the most mature player on this team, it's definitely Peyton Siva. I think a younger player, Shane Bohannon, would have been lost for the entire next game. I mean, and really Gorgui Dieng, and that's not saying anything bad about Shane. He's just young. If you miss a big shot like that, you lose you feel like you lost the game and all that kind of thing. Peyton Sieva's over that kind of stuff.
Who got busted this week on Planet Blue are those basketball facilities at Ole Miss. Ole Miss has one of the top 25 teams in the country and probably the worst facilities in the world.
There's nothing with Ole Miss. We played well. And, you know, and then I said, Andy, you want me to mention something about building you a new building? They're 17-2. Would you please build the guy a new building? I mean, the locker room we're in is like I'm looking for squirrels in there. I mean, you got to be kidding me. You got all these football facilities. This campus is gorgeous. This campus is like none other. This is one of the nicest college campuses in the country, except for this building. This is the only bad building on the whole campus.
I don't know that it pertains to anything, but it was hilarious. I just had to use it because it was so funny.
Yeah.
It's right. That is a very old. It only holds 9,000 plus, and you know the argument might be, well, they only put halfway fill it up unless UK comes to town. It's true, and it is a football area. And he's right. The Ole Miss campus, the Grove, is stunning. It is one of the best in the country. But yeah, this is getting pretty bad. Look at Auburn. Auburn has a small arena, brand new arena, about 9,000-10,000, but immaculate. They need to replicate what they did there, and give the guy a new place.
What got busted on Planet Red this past week? The losing streak. That 3-game losing streak is over just in time to face Big East leading Marquette.
It's what it be. It's a good win for us. Like, it's a good win for us. Like, Pitt has been a good team, so he came in our house today with a win. I think it's going to help us a lot to, you know, boost the confidence up a little bit.
But this was a great win for us. We needed it. Obviously, you don't want to lose at home, but we got a big game coming up against Marquette, who's playing great basketball. It'll be another barn burner just like this one.
You know, Pitt had won 4 games. They're not a great team this year, but they're back into NCAA tournament contention. They're probably a second-round NCAA team, so that was a good win. Marquette's probably a Sweet 16 team right now. They're playing extremely good basketball. They defend extremely well. So for Louisville to be, you know, back, you know, the quote-unquote back, Louisville's back. They've got to beat Marquette this weekend, and it's going to be a wild atmosphere. The whiteout, I don't think Rick Pitino's actually going to wear the suit, unfortunately, but it is going to be a whiteout, and so if you're a Louisville fan, be sure to wear your white.
The Red and Blue Review coming to you this week from Primax True Home Value on Fern Valley Road right here in Louisville.
Hi, I'm George Jenkins, the president of Primax True Home Value. We're celebrating our 32nd year, and some lucky homeowner is going to win $15,000 in home improvements and $10,000 in cash. But to win, you have to go to thv.com. Go there today. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, George. What's next for the University of Kentucky? They've got to follow up that big win at Ole Miss with an even bigger challenge, perhaps, at Texas A&M.
I was pleased with Ryan's point guard play. He had been gone for 2 weeks, been missing in action. He played today. I thought Archie took good shots. He had a couple that he didn't need to take, but and he made his free throws. Nerlens did his thing, even though he missed free throws. I thought Alex was outstanding today. So Alex is making strides. We're getting better. We're getting better as a team. It's a good win. It's good. It's good. But look, our thing is way out ahead of us still. Now, we came from Auburn and did what we did, and then what did we do next game? Yeah. No, we did 20 minutes, and then went 20 minutes, and 2 guys didn't show up for the game. Like, they may not have gotten on the bus. So we got a ways to go.
The key is you're talking about a team primarily of all freshmen, feeling really good because they held on and they took out Ole Miss and Marshall Henderson and the whole bit. They got the big win they needed. Don't feel so good about it you forget to show up at Texas A&M. That is a real danger. It's already happened once, but we're too late in the year. I mean, Cal keeps saying our thing is way out there. Way out there is getting closer. We're into February, so they cannot stumble at Texas A&M and lose all the momentum and all of the work they're trying to do just to get in the tournament. I mean, Ole Miss was a huge win to get in the tournament. Don't mess that up with a loss to A&M, which has struggled to even do anything since they took out UK.
Hey, I love seeing Cal mopping himself during the soundbite. Remind me of all those Southern Baptist tent revivals. As a kid, you know, just preach and speak, brother, preach and speak. Well, what's new for the University of Louisville are the big guys making big free throws.
Good. Now I can get off our back a little bit. I mean, I just probably got to prove it a couple more times. I mean,
they probably think it's a block, but it is what it is. I mean, like, we've all been shooting a lot of free throws, you know, and we understand that how big free throw is right now. Of course, if we could not make those, we're probably going to lose the game. So we're going to try our best to make them consistent, and I think they're going to help us.
It is very, very big for Louisville to hit these free throws, because I think there was a danger coming within the next 2 weeks that if you know, Shane Bohannon continued to miss free throws, if Gorgui Dieng continued to miss free throws, the teams would just start fouling them every time down the court. I mean, why wouldn't you? But this last game, they were, 10 of 11 down the stretch and 10 of 13 for the big guys. That is a big step forward, and I think, too, for confidence level. Because when you're a big man, part of your game is you're going to go to the line, and when everyone's watching, if you keep bricking those, it's got to hurt your self-confidence.
Well, if Noel hits free throws the other night, that's probably not even much of a concern for Kentucky. Part of the reason they were able to mount that comeback was poor free throw shooting.
It absolutely was. But if you start hitting free throws as a big man, how can you ever aspire to be Dwight Howard? You just can't do it.
Yeah. Coming up on the Red and Blue Review, John Calipari is going to defend one of his players as we head to the break. Daryl's going to tell us about the Cat's Paws.
We appreciate it very much. I'm continuing my education tour here about Cat's Paws Express, the digital issue between the issues that we do. We had a pre-Ole Miss, Dandy, and Dixie, and followed up by the results from the game, the big win that they had. I think Department of Defense with the way Nerlens Noel played. If you're a subscriber, you get it free. All you have to do is go to magazine.catspaws.com to register.
How do you say it?
Bear nose.
Bear nose?
Beer nose.
Bear nose? No matter how you say it, Bear Nose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bear nose. Bear nose.
Did you know that 2/3 of all truck-related crashes are actually caused by cars? Large trucks carry heavy loads and need more room to stop than cars. Merging without leaving enough space between you and a truck could cost you a ticket, or something much worse, your life. Law enforcement will be out on the road writing tickets to make sure both truck and car drivers stay safe. Before merging, be sure you can see both of the truck's headlights in your rear view mirror to ensure proper braking room. This message brought to you by the KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division.
Join the club at Sam Swope Auto Group. When you service a vehicle at any Sam Swope dealership, you automatically become a Service VIP Rewards member. You get member pricing on parts and service, lost key return, and emergency roadside assistance. Plus, you can earn points that qualify you for discounts on your next vehicle purchase, up to $2,500. The best part is becoming a member is free. Become a member today at any Sam Swope dealership. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes. Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah! That just happened! Yes, it did. No! Yes, 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 yes! We did it! Yes, we did it! Yeah, we did it! See you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Get caught up in the excitement. Buffalo Wild Wings. More wings, more beer, more sports.
Hey, who's this?
It's been over 90 years since my grandfather entered the Chevrolet business. Steve and I are proud of our son Ryan and our son-in-law Andrew, who now make the 4th generation. The tradition continues with our dedication to excellence and customer satisfaction. Thank you, Kentuckiana, for making us your #1 Chevrolet dealer. We would like to introduce you to the all-new Bachman Chevrolet.
How do you say it?
Bear nose.
Bear nose?
Beer nose.
Bear Nose? No matter how you say it, Bear Nose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bear nose. Bear nose.
Hi, I'm George Jenkins, the president of Primex True Home Value, and I'm standing in front of one of our new bath acrylic tub systems. These tub systems can be installed easily in one day at a fraction of the cost of a complete bath remodel. Now we offer a full line of handicapped tubs. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you for that, and thank you for this. A $1,000 gift certificate is going to go to one of our red and blue viewers right now, but you got to go to their website right now to sign up. Go to thv.com. Right now, we're going to our Game Time Storylines. Game Time Storyline number 1 coming to you from Primex. True Home Value is a must-win. Cal says the victory the Cats got at Oxford was, in fact, a must-win.
I mean, it was big for us because they made their run. We got a little rattled there, but we regrouped in that timeout. So I'm proud of the guys for stepping up because it's a huge step for us in the right direction.
We just said, come on, y'all, let's get it together. You know, we've been in this situation before. You know, let's tighten up, execute. You know, we just wanted to get stops. You know, and just score on the offensive end. You know, because we had trust in all the teammates. You know, we competed very hard today. You know, we were trying to battle. It was a battle from the start. You know, so we just tried to battle the whole game, and we ended up on top.
As long as they take care of business at Texas A&M, the way that game played out at the end will actually benefit UK in the long run more than had they were up by 17 points. It will do them more than had they gone ahead and extended 17 to 24 and just coasted out the door. To give up a 16-0 run, which Kyle Wichter said, yeah, they went on a little run. Yeah, right. 16-0, and everybody in Big Blue Nation is panicking. But that made them buckle down and find a little grit inside that team to see if they really could pull together and pull the game out, which they did. That will help them more than had they coasted to victory.
That was a Vanderbilt game all over. Kentucky goes on a big run. They could have very easily lost that game. In fact, I'm sure Big Blue Nation was panicking when they trimmed that lead down, and then I think they finished on a 14-2 run.
Yeah, it was 14-2 down the stretch. So that's how impressive. Not only did they hang on to win, they put it away when they had the chance, stepped on the throat, as the coaches like to say.
Well, it was a battle of the backboards that Louisville lost against Pittsburgh, but they did win the game. But cautioning Rick Pitino says you're not going to win a lot if you keep losing the battle of the boards.
So we've got to be ready to battle it out on the backboard. And one of the reasons why we're not rebounding well, now, our bigs didn't do a good job of blocking out tonight, but because our guards are so small and we're pressuring the three, they don't come back to rebound. At halftime, 4 of our guys didn't have a defensive rebound. Only Gorgie did. And then we're going to work on blocking out a little bit better and using our rear ends a lot better than we're doing.
Should be a good rebounding team. Louisville should be, you know, with Shane Bohannon, with Montrezl Harrell, with Gorgie Zhang. You've got a big guard in Luke Hancock who can rebound effectively. Wayne Blackshear should be a good rebounder. Outside of Russ and Peyton, who just really take themselves out of those rebounding roles because they're trying for steals, the rest of the guys should be very good rebounders. And I think that's the reason he's been showing them so many tapes of Kenneth Faried.
Right.
Is trying to get them more aggressive on the offensive and defensive boards. I know that Shane Bohannon can be a great rebounder because he gets so many offensive rebounds. Yeah. If he does the same thing on defense, he'd have 3-4 more rebounds per game.
Plus, he's got a big butt.
Great big butt.
He's got the caboose to be a great rebounder. Does he have the heart to be a great rebounder? Because rebounding is really about wanting to rebound.
Yes, it is. And I think part of that is wanting to mix it up like that. And we know that he does because he gets those offensive boards. So I think that he could have 10 rebounds a game for the rest of the season.
The Red and Blue Review coming to you this week from Primex. True Home Value, home of the $25,000 sweepstakes. Now, you go to their website right now, and you will qualify to be in the drawing for $25,000 home improvement. In fact, one lucky viewer of Red and Blue right now is going to win a $1,000 gift certificate, but you have to go to the website right now, thv.com, sign up, no purchase necessary in order to be eligible to win. Well, a lot of folks have picked on Archie Goodwin this year, but Calipari has come to his defense.
So after I slept on it, I said, look, I want to make a statement, make sure everybody knows he's the first one in the gym, he's the last one to leave, he comes in the evening, he does what he's supposed to do, he's a good teammate, just doesn't have the right mindset, doesn't know shot selection, plays out of control, because it's how he's always played. So now it's DeAndre Liggins. Can we get him to play the right way? And when you get a kid like that to play the right way, he becomes a killer. Right now, he's a killer, but sometimes he's killing us. But I mean, I can deal with that versus a kid that's scared or doesn't show up for the game. That there's
interesting that Calipari went I mean, that was the first time he went on his website, CoachCal.com, and made the statement in writing the day after the game. Nobody had asked him about it. For some reason, he felt the need to, because he knew Archie was taking a lot of flack, because he is a lightning rod on the fan base. Let's be really honest. Yeah. When he drives one against the world and gets it rejected, the fan base is going nuts. When there's a 3-on-1 break and he won't give it up, go scores it himself, that drives him nuts. He's getting better. Pay attention. I mean, you may not like him, but at least admit he's getting better, and he's rebounding his butt off while Willie Cauley-Stein is out. He's doing a great job there. This kid is just so intense. First time I ever talked to him, I thought, wow, this is serious. He is here on a mission, and that mission is to get to the NBA at some point, and he takes this stuff very seriously. That's why he's always kind of got that scowl. He's just that type of kid.
Well, as you know, the calendar has moved to February. Nobody is happier about that than Cardinal basketball players, especially Shane Bohannon. It's a good thing that January's in the rearview mirror.
We kept saying, to stay with it. So remember last year we went through the same little slump, and I mean, I think it was worse last year than this year, and hopefully it's off us.
Had some trouble in the past in January. You know, what's new? A couple of losses in January, and that's really, you know, kind of a Louisville tradition these days. They've had the Providence game way back when. They've had some other losses like that. I think as long as they learn from it and move on, everybody's okay with it. What you can't do is duplicate that same thing in February, and you definitely can't do it in March. That's where you're really judged.
When we come back on the Red and Blue Review, you're going to meet the man who wants to give you $25,000. As we head to the break, Howie's going to tell us about CardinalSports.com.
Absolutely. CardinalSports.com is your best source for everything U of L. After games, we go into the locker room, we interview the players, we put all that information up on CardinalSports.com. If you're a member, you can also get all the premium recruiting information. Check it out, CardinalSports.com.
How do you say it?
Bearnose.
Bearnose?
Bearnose.
Bearnose? No matter how you say it, Bearnose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bearnose. Bearnose.
Did you know that 2/3 of all truck-related crashes are actually caused by cars? Large trucks carry heavy loads and need more room to stop than cars. Merging without leaving enough space between you and a truck could cost you a ticket, or something much worse, your life. Law enforcement will be out on the road writing tickets to make sure both truck and car drivers stay safe. Before merging, be sure you can see both of the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror to ensure proper braking room. This message brought to you by the KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division.
Join the club at Sam Swope Auto Group. When you service a vehicle at any Sam Swope dealership, you automatically become a Service VIP Rewards member. You get member pricing on parts and service, lost key return, and emergency roadside assistance. Plus, you can earn points that qualify you for discounts on your next vehicle purchase, up to $2,500. The best part is becoming a member is free. Become a member today at any Sam Swope dealership. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes. Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah! That just happened! Yes, it did. No! Yes, 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 yes! We did it! Yes, we did! Yeah, we did it! See you, bud.
Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know. Get caught up in the excitement. Buffalo Wild Wings. More wings, more beer, more sports.
Hey, who's this?
It's been over 90 years since my grandfather entered the Chevrolet business. Steve and I are proud of our son Ryan and our son-in-law Andrew, who now make the 4th generation. The tradition continues with our dedication to excellence and customer satisfaction. Thank you, Kentuckiana, for making us your #1 Chevrolet dealer. We would like to introduce you to the all-new Bachman Chevrolet.
How do you say it?
Bearnose.
Bearnose?
Bearnose.
Berno's? No matter how you say it, Berno's has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Berno's. Berno's.
Welcome back to the Red and Blue Review. Gary Gupton has chased away Darrell and Howie for this final segment as we welcome in the president of Primax True Home Value, George Jenkins. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
It's been a blast being here with your folks.
We're glad to have you.
Now, you've been doing this business a long time, George.
Yeah, we've been in business since 1982, and we have over 50,000 customers.
One end of the state to the other, just like Red and Blue.
That's correct. We have a place in Paducah, Owensboro, Bowling Green, Lexington, and of course here in Louisville.
And all those are accessed through your website.
Right. Go to thv.com and you get to those locations, and we have showrooms in all those cities too. So if someone's interested or like to take a look, they can come into our showroom.
Now, tell me about what you have this product here, George.
Well, really what makes us unique was we first started in replacement windows. We do sell other products now, but we're the home of the triple pane composite window. And why the triple pane is so important is that 87% of your window is glass. So you want to put the best insulated glass system in you can, because that's what's going to cut back on your utility bills, and that's what's going to pay for itself. And the replacement windows is an investment as long as you buy a good one. And unfortunately, Gary, we have people come in here all the time that we end up replacing their replacement windows because they thought they got a real good price and they went a little cheaper than they should have, and now they're replacing those.
George, is there a point when the technology changed that if your windows were put in before a certain date that you really do need to change because technologically you're behind?
Well, and especially in the late 90s, low E and Trigon filled windows increased the efficiency, which made the window pay for itself much quicker. And you know, the glass is really important, but the composite frame is really important too, because composite is the only thing out there that insulates better than wood. And if you have a product that insulates better than wood, you're doing pretty good, because wood is a great insulator, but you have shrinking and swelling and painting with wood. This particular product, you don't have any of that.
Now, here's a guy who wants to give you $25,000. Here's how you do it. You go to their website, thv.com. You can sign up to be part of their contest. $25,000, $15,000 of which will be for home improvements. $10,000 you can spend any way you want.
Take a vacation.
Take a vacation. And for Red and Blue viewers, if you go right now and sign up, you could win this $1,000 gift certificate. See you next time on the Red and Blue Review.